guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a Q&A. I got you guys to ask me questions on my Instagram account the other day and I was just blown away with how many people responded. So thank you so much to everyone who's asked questions. I'm going to try and get through all of them, but I did get over 200, so just bear with me. I'll try and answer everything as honestly as possible, and I'll try and get through them all. I know there's quite a few double ups in there, so yeah, let's just jump straight into it. I've got my iPhone here with my adorable nail polish emoji case. I actually made this myself and I did film a video on how to do it, so I will be uploading that really soon. So yeah, let's jump straight in. I'll just get my Instagram up. So Elsa Pekowski asks, how old are you? I am 24 years old. I'm about to turn 25 in less than 2 weeks now. So yes, I'm 24, almost 25. Fab Music asks, how old were you when you got into nail art? So I started my blog in 2011, but that was mainly just swatches and reviews of colours. So I didn't really start doing nail art until a little bit later, probably early 2012, because I just started to have a little bit of a dabble in nail art and I got a really great reaction, so I just kept doing it. So I'd say I was probably 21 when I started. Sandra T95 asks, what is your favourite nail polish colour / brand, and what is your least favourite colour? I would say my favourite nail polish brand is probably OPI. I have just a ton of them. I've been such a fan from day one. I also really love Essie. As you can see in the background, my collection is growing so quickly, and I've just got the new spring collection down the front there as well. I'm just really loving their polishes at the moment. The formulas are great, the colours are great, and I really like, in Australia we have the wider brush with Essie, so I really like just everything about them at the moment. I also love China Glaze. They're probably my other favourite nail polish brand. The formulas aren't always fantastic, but the colours are amazing. So those would be my top 3. I can't really pick one, sorry. And my least favourite colour, I'd have to say, I don't really wear many sort of like khaki darker colours or like off colours. I much prefer bright, fun, you know, bright colours. So I'm so thirsty. Jess1402 asks, when did you first know you wanted to get into the nail art industry? Well, like I said, I started my blog in 2011. I never thought that it would grow to where it is at the moment, and I don't really know where it's going to take me over the next few years. So yeah, I guess I didn't ever really know when I was going to get in, but probably in the last year I've realised that it's definitely something that I don't want to stop anytime soon. I really love it. I really love YouTube. I really love posting on Instagram and social media, and I really love connecting with you guys and creating new fun nail art designs. So yeah, I'm not sure how much longer I'll be doing it, but I'm really loving it at the moment. Dr. Unicorn 0715 asks, where do your inspirations come from? Everything I see around me, other nail artists, if they do awesome designs, I get inspired. My own ideas that pop up into my head, cool images that I see or artwork that I see around the place. Yeah, anything and everything. Lydia Who asks, how many times do you get nail mail and how often? That's a really good question. It really depends. Sometimes I get it every week, sometimes don't get it for a few weeks, and I get really sad and I have to jump online and buy something quickly because I gotta have my nail mail. But yeah, I don't know, it really depends. Some months are really busy and I get sent a ton of stuff, and that's when I am planning down the track in those really busy months to try and keep it all together and collect it up and then do like an unboxing video like I did a while ago, because it's really fun to show you guys the stuff that I get sent or the stuff that I buy. I get really excited when I get nail mail, and I did just get a PO box. If you guys ever want to send me any letters or anything, you can find that in my description box below. I just love receiving mail from anyone and everything. Ali Styles 14 asks, how can I tell if a guy loves me? If he's just interested in you and he compliments you on things other than your looks, you know, he compliments you on your personality or your laugh or your hobbies, and he just shows a general interest in you. I think that's a really good way to tell if someone's into you. Guadalupe asks, when and why did you decide to start an Instagram for your nail art? I can distinctly remember the day I set up my Instagram account. I was out for lunch with some friends, and one of my friends who's a makeup artist was like, Han, you have to get on Instagram. And so we put together a collage of some of my nail art designs and we uploaded it and put hashtags and everything, and she was teaching me how to use it. And I was just amazed that within like 10 minutes I had 30 likes. I'm like, who are these people? Like, who's liking my photos? And it was really exciting. And then after that I was just hooked. And so that probably was over 2 years ago now, and I've since deleted that photo. I wish I hadn't. It would be so cool if I still had that in my account, but yeah, sadly I deleted it. Quirky Little Queen asks, what is your fave type of nail polish brand? Who is your closest nail artist friend? So I've already told you my favorite nail polish brands. My closest nail artist friends, I would have to say Gemma, Nails by Gemma. She's also an Australian nail artist and she's on Instagram. You have to go check her out. She's also on YouTube as well, so go check out her YouTube channel. I haven't met her in person yet, but we chat quite often on Instagram, and I really would love to hang out with her someday soon. So hi Gemma, I hope you're watching this video. I'm gonna come meet you someday. And I would have to say my other closest nail artist friend is Chelsea from Trophy Wife Nail Art. She's also based in Melbourne, so I have hung out with her a few times. We've done a couple of pop-up nail bars and things like that. She has her own salon in Melbourne, so if you're in Melbourne or in Australia and you're ever visiting, definitely go check her out. She's so talented, and you can find her on Instagram at Trophy Wife Nail Art. Now my phone's ringing, one sec. Sorry, that was my mum. Where was I up to? Chloe Coles asks, how did you find your talent in nail art? Well, just trial and error. As I said, I started off just watching on my blog, and I then started to practice nail art, and yeah, I really just taught myself. I haven't had any professional lessons or training. I just trial and error, practice makes perfect, and yeah, that's about it. Jade Dipia asks, would you open a nail salon? No, I don't think I will ever open a nail salon. I'm much more comfortable doing my own nails than other people's. I can do other people's than I have before, but I just much prefer to sort of be creating videos and be behind the scenes than doing other people's nails. I'm not ruling it out, it's just not something I'm really interested in at the moment. Sweet Teen Dream asks, have you ever had a nail fail, and if yes, how many times? By the way, I love your nail art so much. Thank you. Yes, all the time. Of course, I always have nail fails. You just don't see them, or sometimes if it's really funny, I will show you. Yeah, of course. Like I said, it's trial and error for me. I sometimes have an awesome idea in my head, or I think it's going to be awesome, and it just doesn't turn out the way I envisioned it would, so I often don't end up posting those ones. But yeah, all the time, and I just think, you know, we're artists, you just gotta give it a go, and it's not always going to turn out the way you want it to, but don't let that ever, you know, deter you from trying. 34MA asks, when will you come to UAE? I think that's United Arab Emirates. I don't know, I'd love to go to Dubai. Is that in the UAE? I think it is. Yeah, I've always wanted to go to Dubai just to travel, go shopping, see all the sights, because it looks pretty incredible. I'm not sure when, but sometime in the near future it definitely is on my radar. Gianni Loza asks, where are you based in Australia? I am in Melbourne. Maggie Matthews asks, where should a beginner buy nail supplies? I would say eBay. eBay is so good for when you're starting out. You can get all the tools and supplies for really cheap on eBay. There's also lots of really good nail vinyl stores popping up. There's What's Up Nails, there's Twinkle Tea vinyls, there's just a heap. I'll link some below, and I'll also link some really good eBay tools as well, because that's where I started with all my tools, just from eBay. Rachel the Donut asks, who is your nail idol? Mine is Simply Nailogical. Yes, I totally agree. Christine from Simply Nailogical is so talented and so hilarious, so she's probably my idol as well. Junielle asks, I'm a nail artist myself, and there are some days where my head is full of ideas of manicures that I want to do, and then there are days where I just go blank. My question is, whenever you lack inspiration for new nail art ideas, what do you do? yes, I totally hear you. That happens to me as well. Some days I just have ideas all running through my head, and then other days I just blank out, or more often than not, I have the ideas, and then when I sit down to actually do them, nothing is coming to me. I would say suggestions for that: make a list, write it down. I have a little notebook that I keep on me all the time, and if I ever get ideas, I write them down. I would also say ask people around you. I often will be like to my friends at work, you know, guys, let's have a quick brainstorm, I need ideas, and then they'll just throw all these cool ideas at me that I wouldn't have even thought of. So that's a really good way to get ideas as well. Bambino Trillicorn asks, can you post a video showing how to do freehand French tips? Yes, I can, and I will. Thanks for the suggestion. Lola Nail Art asks, what's your favorite nail art technique? What's your inspiration when you do nail art? Thank you if you read my questions. Love you. I love you too. My favorite nail art technique is probably ombre gradient. I have 2 tutorials already on my channel, so check them out if you haven't already. I'll link them down below. So yeah, probably ombre and gradient, my favorite techniques. And my inspiration, like I said before, anything and everything. M Rose 15 asks, what color are your toenails? Oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. They're actually plain right now. Don't hate me. Katie Elizabeth asks, what is your favorite nail design so far? P.S. You're amazing at nail art. Thank you so much, Katie. My favorite design would have to be, I have a few. I have the ombre butterflies that I did a while ago. I have the ombre watermelon that I did a video for recently. Yeah, they're probably the 2 standout favorites to me. Jurakic World asks, what do you put around your nails that makes the nail polish come off? That's a really good question. There are quite a few products out there now. I use Liquid Palisade, I use Colour for Nails Crystalline Nail Veil. I'll have all this info linked down below because they're very long names. I also have made my own cleanup product, which you can do with glue, and I have a tutorial for that as well. So yeah, there's a few different products out there. I would just say try a couple. Don't feel like you have to pay a lot for one when you can make it yourself. So if you're on a budget, definitely make your own. Yeah, that's what they are. Nails by JG asks, how do you make the time to film? Love your videos so much. Thank you so much. It's really hard for me to make the time. I actually work full time as well as doing the nail trail and YouTube and Instagram on the side, so it is really hard. I just find time in the evenings when I get home from work, or on the weekends. The weekends are probably my best time for filming because I can get the good sunlight outside and I can really dedicate some time to sitting down and filming and editing. Emrose15 asks, what do you do while waiting for your nails to dry? I usually just like find something to do around the house that doesn't require too much effort with my hands or my nails. I always use a quick dry top coat, so I don't find that I'm ever sitting and waiting too long for my nails to dry, but yeah, normally just hang out, watch some TV. Okay, sorry, I just had to change my SD card because it was full, and that's making me really conscious that I've been talking for ages, so I'm going to speed this up right now. Hallie Goldberg asks, what's your favorite nail shape? I would say Scroval because that's what I have at the moment. Polish to the People asks, what top coat do you use? I use Séché Vite or Out the Door. I also use matte top coat. Maddie Cured asks, do you have any brothers or sisters? If so, what are their names? I do. I have a sister called Beck, and she is 2 years older than me. She also asks, can you say hi, Maddie Cured? Hi, Maddie Cured. Maria Carinata asks, if you were not a nail artist, what would you be? Well, I actually do still work full-time. I work in social media for the Australian government. She also asked, what colour was your first nail polish? I don't remember exactly, but I just have this distinct memory of a Lip Smackers purple shimmer that was grape scented, and it also came with like these little nail art sticker things, and it was just the coolest thing ever. So I think that was probably one of my first ever nail polishes, and I was probably about like 8 or 9. I was really young. Angelic Nail Art asks, what was the longest you have ever taken on a nail art design? Which one was it? That's a really good question. I do remember which one this was. It was my social media nail art. I don't know if you've seen it. I'll flash a picture up here. I spent so long on the Instagram design. I think I spent like over an hour just on that one single nail, but I'm glad I did because it turned out awesome. I was really happy with it. Artista asks, what do you do if you chip or break a nail? Well, first of all, I cry, and then I just file them back, which is really sad. Zugzwag asks, have you worn acrylic and how much do they really damage your nails? No, I have never worn acrylic nails and I never will. I've heard horror stories about them, so I'm just not even going to go there. Elle Thomas asks, what was your celebrity crush when you were a kid? I had a few. Jonathan Taylor Thomas. Oh my gosh, such a babe. I also really loved Jesse McCartney and Ryan Kaur, who's an Australian actor. I was just so in love with him. Oh. Never Nakey Nails asks, how many polishes do you own and how do you store them? Oh girl, I have way too many to even count right now. I think the last time I counted I had over 500 or 600, but I've just had a lot of nail mail in the last few months, so it's probably over 700. How do I store them? I have, I'll show you. Just hang on one sec. Hello. It's in my room. Ugly curtains. So I'll just really quickly show you. I've got a whole lot of OPIs and China glazes on this shelf. On this shelf here, in they're on like acrylic racks. And then up here I've got a whole stack more. I've got some that are still in boxes, and then I also have these really handy tubs that you can just get from the supermarket. And then down on this shelf I've got, yeah, it's kind of overflowing. I need to reorganize, but I've got these tubs and containers, these sort of boxes that I put them in, and further down I've got another like rack over here. Yeah, so that's kind of how I store them. Okay, let's power through the last few questions. Slammin' Sammy asks, best polishes for water marble. I can never get mine to spread in the water. Girl, if you find out, you need to tell me because I have the same issue. Major Maid says, yay, do you paint both hands? How do you film tutorials and how do you clean your paintbrushes? I do paint both hands pretty much any time that I'm going to be leaving the house. I'll do both hands. But sometimes if I'm just sitting down and smashing out a few designs like one after the other, then I'll just do one hand because there's no point filming both. How do I film? I have a tripod set up with my camera on it. I have a DSLR, it's a Canon T3i, what do you call it, 600D. And I have that on a tripod sort of looking down over my nails when I'm filming the tutorials. And then I edit on iMovie. And what was the other question? How do I clean my paintbrushes? Just using acetone or nail polish remover and a cotton pad. So I'll just soak this in acetone or remover and then just clean the brushes with that. I think this is going to be my last question because there's just so many, but if there's any that I didn't get around to, I might make a list and answer them again in another video because there's just so many questions to ask in one video. So Yandra, I don't know how to pronounce that, sorry, asks, what is the most expensive nail polish you ever bought? That would have to be, there's two of them. I bought the OPI Man with the Golden Gum, which is a 18 karat gold top coat. That was 40 something Australian dollars, which is really expensive. And I remember buying it on the day that I finished my last exam at uni, and it was kind of like a treat to myself for finishing uni. So that's why I spent so much. And the other one would have to be YSL. I bought a blue YSL polish because it was just such a gorgeous color, and I also spent over $40 on that one. So definitely worth the purchases though. They're really, really nice polishes. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope I've answered most of the questions. I'm really sorry that I didn't get around to answering them all. There were just too many in there, but thank you so much for watching. I hope you like this video. Give it a thumbs up if you do. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I promise I will make another Q&A video again soon for the questions that I didn't get around to answering. So thanks so much for watching, guys. Have a great day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!